Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun celebratory project to share with you that's clean and simple, and it's featuring the CZ Balloon Greetings stamp set designed by Kathy Zilski, and I love it. I love pretty much anything that Kathy Zilski designs. They're clean, simple, modern, fresh, and I mean, who doesn't love a big jumbo balloon? Okay, so I'm going to start with that big. There's two different sizes of balloons in the stamp set, and one thing you're going to want to do, because it's a big, solid image, is prep that puppy up. And I like to use an adhesive eraser. You could also just use a regular eraser. I've also seen people just rub the palm of their hand on it. You just want to get any of that residue that is left on there from the manufacturing, and that will give you a much better impression since it's a large, solid image. So I inked that up to start with Carnation. Now I'm taking a shade darker, which is Peony, and I'm just inking along the bottom of the balloon. And then I took a blender brush and I'm dabbing it off to try to get a smooth, edge so you don't get a harsh edge. This is going to act like a shadow along the bottom of the balloon, and I really like how that turns out, but I want it a little bit darker. So I take that Peony ink one more time, and then I take my blender brush and just dab it. Little dab will do ya. And blend out that transition, stamp it again, and you have a great, smooth transition between Carnation and Peony. And then next I'm going to do a smaller balloon. This time, first you got to prep it. Did I mention I'm using all delicious, positively saturated inks? And all the colors, everything I use, supplies, will be linked in the description box below if you're watching on YouTube. Okay, so I'm inking up this smaller balloon with Melon, which is the lighter orange, and it worked good, but I'll show you here when I lift this up. I felt like that overlap, which is what I really wanted to see, was a little bit missing. So I went a shade darker with Cantaloupe. I'm just going to ink the whole thing up a second time with Cantaloupe instead of Melon, and then see if the overlap is giving me what I'm wanting. And it does. It's there. You can see it. I mean, it's still kind of subtle, but now I'm going to bring in that bit of shadow along the bottom using Sherbet, and then I'll take an orange blender brush and dab it out just to blend it. Now, I'll show you. This one did not get blended enough. I feel like it's a little bit harsh, that little dip. And so I'm going to do it a second time, try to smooth it out a little bit better with the blending brush, but I still felt like it was slightly a bit harsh. So I went back in with that Cantaloupe, ink up the whole balloon again to try to, just zhuzh it. Is what, if lack for a better, try to fix it, try to zhuzh it. Okay, third balloon, we're doing a trio. This time I'm doing yellow. So we got a pink, orange, and yellow, and I'm inking this up with Sunbeam, and I'm hoping that I get a nice little overlap in the middle, overlapping that Peony and that Sherbet. You want a little Sunbeam coming in there, and just enough little dab. Okay, what am I doing? Inking this up twice. Give Sunbeam, you know what I say, stamp it twice to make it nice. Now for the shadow, Citrine. Okay, so I just ink it up along the bottom edge of that balloon, take a yellow blender brush, dab it out. Dab it like your life depended on it, and then stamp and hope for a good smooth shadow. You don't want too much, you don't want too little, you just need the right amount. And this really does give you that dimension. It almost looks like you blended it with a stencil. But you stamped it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss a sentiment in white right on top of those inked up balloons. And this says, "It's your day," which is also from the Balloon Greetings stamp set. It's a great, bold, there's a lot of great sentiments in the set that you can pair with. I decided to emboss this right over top of the balloons in white. So I rubbed it down very generously with the magic powder bag, inked it up with Versamark ink, and I'm pouring on some Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder. Make sure you get your heat gun piping hot before you start. And I think that helps with the warpage situation. Okay, Now I'm going to add a few little balloon strings. It's optional, but I think it adds a little something something. There's only one balloon string in the stamp set, so I kind of, use the top part, use the bottom part to get a little bit different look. I'm popping this up on a fog card base, and as you can tell, I trimmed my panel down to 3 1/4 by 4.5 inches tall, so you have that beautiful border. I added a few clear sequins here and there for a little celebratory bling, and this could be a great card for a birthday. It could be a great card if you passed your science test. Maybe you made the soccer team. I don't know, but maybe you took a shower. It's your day. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.